Hello, good day everyone, and welcome to this weekly brutal challenge for Rebel Inc. Operation Noon Granite on the desert Savanna, I believe it's called. Today's the 22nd of December 2023, so happy winter solstice to those who celebrate it. So on this map we're using the Warlord Governor, and let's have a look at the features. This first one, the soft targets, essentially means that the insurgents will attack our garrisons and our HQ if they are in a zone which is sort of limiting that zone. And this needs to be monitored. It gives us an advantage in the sense that we know what they're going to do. It gives us more predictability on the attacks if we do have garrisons. So we're going to be using garrisons to attack this map. Pilots striking, this is a big issue because the airstrikes are more expensive, and we will see that combined with the reckless spender, or I believe what's it called, the impulsive shopper advisor, which spends any money above when you reach more than $20, will mean that we're definitely not going to be able to use the airstrikes in the early part of the game. But this is combined with one of the insurgent tactics, and we'll look at that in a second, so we won't really need airstrikes in the early start part of the game anyway. Military tradition, so I think this is a bit of a troll in the sense that the national soldiers are faster in being trained, but we already have the warlord, which is extremely fast in training soldiers, and but they're decreased in strength. So essentially we've just got the disadvantages of this feature without having any advantage. Player tactics. We've got very, very fast intel. We start with more intel. We already have the district representatives and the regional census, meaning that we're going to gather intel very fast, and that's going to be good because of another insurgent tactic, which is the ambushes, and we'll look at that in a second. The tanks are strong, so as soon as they enter a zone, they will destroy 3 insurgents, but honestly, the way that I will be playing the map, and just the map, how it's made in general, with a lot of remote terrain and rough terrain, having tanks is not a good idea, especially because they don't support units, and we've got weaker units. So I usually just scrap the tanks just for the extra cash. So let's have a look at this. So the social distancing means that airstrikes will make the insurgents run around into neighboring zones. So we're only going to be using it in the late part of the game when we've got garrisons and a line of units which can effectively block the spread of the insurgency, but we won't be able to use it early anyway because of the expensive initiative and the spend initiative from the advisor, the impulsive shopper advisor. The ambushes, so we won't be able to enter any zones with our military units if they don't have any intel, lest we get a surprise attack. So essentially we're not going to be gaining any advantage from trying to scout the area with any national units. But thankfully we've already got the regional census and the higher level, sort of the higher beginning of intel, so an initial higher level of intel. The insurgency is accelerated. This is obviously a disadvantage. It starts off quite quickly, so we're going to have to start deploying units quite early. Let's have a look. The town planner, it gives us more support in the urban zones, so it's going to be easier to stabilize the sort of the northeast side of the map, where there's a lot of urban zones, and also we start off with 11% of the map in green, which is also in the urban zones. So that's going to give us a big advantage in stabilizing early. Impulsive shopper, so this is going to be a big issue. We won't be able to do any airstrikes early. We won't be able to easily spend for the coalition soldiers in the 4th and 5th level because they cost more than $20. So there's a bit of luck involved, or at least you need to get lots of big spends out the way. So when it comes the time to use them, you'll be able to save enough money to effectively do that and deploy the later stages of the coalition soldiers. And what else? The national soldiers are again sped up in training, so this is really not very useful, a very useful advisor for this map, but nonetheless we've got it. And actually the sensor I think is quite useful because we're not going to be losing a lot of reputation when the insurgents capture zones, and that can happen, especially some urban zones on the limit between the mountains and the non-mountainous areas. What else have we got to say? That's it really. We're starting off the Warlord. The remote Savanna is what it's called. And what I like doing is I like putting my HQ here in an urban zone, which is already close to things that are stabilized. We're going to be getting the bonus of having a neighboring stabilized zone. The next thing I do is I press pause, because that will only give us partially the money that we should be getting early on. And I like going for big spends, for example, then press play and I get the rest. And see, I'm on 19. So that's going to effectively stop me from going over budget. Got a +3 in the meantime. There we go. See, exactly. The medical supplies have already been used up because of the shopper. So let's go for big spends. We're going to go for some military units. We can't really scout the area, unfortunately. So what I'll do is I usually just start capturing the tanks, and we're going to be needing healthcare, and usually it's remote telecoms, and oh, I think I shouldn't have collected those so early. Telecoms and electricity is usually what's required. Let's not go over 20 for too long. And unfortunately, the inflation is something that's going to rise quite quickly. What I like doing is I like going for garrisons early on, which will enable us to spend some money and to start building some defenses. Okay, so still, I think usually I like going deep in on the healthcare and just keep the insurgents on the west side of the map. So look, let's get some drones in, and probably I need to get some anti-corruption measures coming in. Unfortunately, these are quite weak. Let's wait a little bit. Perhaps we can call on... What's our corruption level doing? It's not too low, but let's get some extra strength support from our trusty garrisons. We're really needing vaccines here, I think. Okay, well, things are looking good for now. What I'll do is I'm going to multiply our support level. I'm going to let those go. And perhaps I'm going to do that. Coalition soldiers are about to go, so I'm going to have to start making some mitigation. Okay, public should shame them. Let's get some garrisons down. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I think I'm going to renew these guys. And we also need to make sure that we have enough cash to renew the national soldiers when they come. So short extension I think should be enough. What I think I'll do is I'm going to go grab the extra money from the tanks. Okay, electricity is needed soon. Okay, we're on 19. Let's do that. I think we're going to start deploying. Let's wait for a second before doing that. Let's get some, yeah. Spend some money first. Let's get these guys up here. As I was saying, yeah, we need some extra cash to keep our national units happy. I hope I'm not covering my microphone at the moment. Keeping the national soldiers happy. Yeah, why not? Just keep spreading corruption so we can start deploying some national soldiers. These dudes are going home, and so are the other dudes, I think. 16. What I'll do is, I'm going to renew these for short again. Unfortunately, we've got a spawn. Okay, perfect. Just in time. As I've usually said in past videos, I don't like renewing the the coalition soldiers very much because I like having a high score, and that means that. Oh gosh, that means that I don't like spending the extra reputation just to keep the fight going. But obviously, if you're struggling with this map, then my recommendation is to renew the soldiers such that you are able to bring more power to your fights and win. So we've started stabilizing here. This is very good. I need to make sure that I stabilize these remote zones. Well, since this guy's here, should I? Yeah, well, unfortunately, we need to do this. Okay, we're going to threaten them in a second. Keep the game going as long as possible. For now, slow down the game. What's going on here? Okay, subtle pressure. And, okay, jobs. Usually I get job protests, but it's not usually too much of an issue. Okay, let's see if there's something else we can do. Increase the... And probably just get some more initiatives down. The jobs initiative... if you get job protests, you can always just do some jobs initiatives, especially in the later part of the game. You will actually gain more support than you've lost with this system. So it's not too much of an issue. Obviously, a couple of jobs initiatives in the early part of the game is usually good. I usually go for one. And then roads. Dirt roads are good to stabilize these remote zones here. Top priority, make sure that you don't get any insurgents spawning in the in another side of the map. You really need to make sure that the this side of the map is kept clean, shall we say. I'm gonna drop another coalition soldier since I've got the money and nothing's going on. No spend initiatives are being triggered. So that's what I'm gonna do. Things are going quite well. What I'll do is I'm gonna probably increase the frequency of drones, and let's go in here, cell pressure, and just sort of methodically work your way by pushing them back. You're going to be losing some reputation due to insurgent activity, not very much with corruption. I probably could have been more aggressive with the national soldiers if I liked, and renewed less with the coalition soldiers, but at the time it just seemed like the best thing to do, especially because the coalition soldiers are stronger. But honestly, yeah, now, as soon as everything is... There's protest, local jobs. As soon as the everything is stabilized over here, then we're going to start applying pressure. If you apply pressure too early, what happens is you destroy too many insurgent camps in this zone, and you'll start getting spawning insurgent camps in another zone, and then it's very difficult to keep the insurgency under wraps. So I'm not going to activate these initiatives yet, because what's going to happen is I'm just going to destroy these camps, and ones might spawn here. So that's something that I want to avoid. Oh crap! The random initiative gave me airstrikes. Okay, well, what I'll do is I'm going to place a soldier right here. So then, to avoid any insurgent camps spawning on this side of the map. I've got all the coalitions down. Civil integration. I honestly don't know what to spend the money on, to be honest. I don't want to increase the corruption too much, so I'm just going to do that. There you go. It gives me the best of both worlds. Spends the money and reduces my corruption, which is where I'm losing not even that much money. But yeah, the insurgent activity is not making me lose too much. Things are going quite well. I think I can get a really good score on this map. What we're going to do is we're going to go for elections soon, which means that we're going to be gaining quite a lot of reputation. 29, okay, I need 33. Let's just increase the strength. What I'll do is I think I'm going to send these home, because I think I'll be fine. Right, how much is left here? Have I got double vaccines? No, let's go for vaccines and water. We could probably increase the speed of deployment, and increase our support level. There you go, that's going to be good. Oh, okay, we got this random one for some extra cash. That's why we got so many issues. You need to be on top of your spend. If you slow the game down, I like playing on triple speed, because, I don't know, that's just how I like playing. I like it fast-paced, but honestly, if you want to play a better game, then you should slow the game down. Make sure that you stay on top of the spending, that you don't get too many random initiatives that could be damaging, like I've been doing. And you should be better off. For example, I'm not too comfortable with this position because I'm using one unit here in the east, which honestly I could be using. And I'm having also these units here. Okay, this one's being freed up finally. And these could also be zones where new camps can spawn. So I want to avoid that. All right, heavy ordnance. Honestly, it's been spending all my cash. Let's cover it up. One of the worst initiatives that could have come up is the elections before I want them. But honestly, okay, significant lack of telecoms. But honestly, I don't know what to do. I've already done the telecoms 1 and 2, I think. Let's pay the bonus. If you don't pay the bonus, you're screwed. And if you lose lots of money due to random spends before you get to the bonus, you can find yourselves in a nasty pickle. So, okay, this one's been stabilized. Let's put these soldiers closer to where they're needed. And we're going in, baby. Right. I think we're getting there. Let's get some job initiatives. Oh, we didn't do any telecoms at all. Oh, that's why. Huh. My bad. Honestly, my bad. I thought I didn't done them. Right, we're in a good position here. If we had a garrison here, it would have been nicer. But honestly, beggars can't be choosers. So what we'll do is we're going to smash it in as soon as we get 33, if the game allows us to get there, yes. We're going in. So let's go in. Let's keep these guys here for now. We're probably going to get this preemptively. Social pressure. Let's keep threatening them. We're going in now anyway, so the next time that comes up, we'll be ready for it. Alright, exactly, that's what I was saying. What we're going to do is we're probably going to... Okay, this might take a while to stabilize, so let's do it like this. I don't want to leave coalition soldiers in areas where they're not going to be stabilized for a long time, because if I do end up, removing all the insurgents, if I have to recall the coalition units back home, they might spawn a camp instantly, especially now that I'm putting them under a lot of pressure. So I'll keep these coalition soldiers closer to where things are stabilizing. Okay, there's no really good... Okay, we can start talks. What I'll do is, because this area here has a higher level of support with respect to these ones, as you can see, I'm going to move my units here. Let's see. Okay, we can hand in all the weapons, actually. Let's pay the bonus, and let's go in. Let's do this. Let's do that. I think I can go for the elections now. It's early enough. I'll only be able to get like one round of elections, but might be enough. Actually, I want to prioritize them, so let's get some cash in. I want to turn a blind eye because I want to do the elections. Okay. And the garrison. Okay. I don't care about the Football League. Okay. So, in this occasion, I've done these already, so I need to just get stuff that will give me a lot of remote. I don't really need these. Let's speed up the game by just going faster and faster. We're on 96 reputation, so that's very good. We've stabilized here, as I was saying. This has freed up my coalition soldiers. I think I'm just going to go in. We can do this. I can see us doing this. Let's just get some more accuracy down. Wow, those are very expensive initiatives. 5%. 5% is good enough. Okay, I managed to move them right on time. And I think we've won the game. 108 reputation. We're on maximum. Okay, oh crap. Yeah, fine, fuck it. 9. I think 99 will also give us the maximum, so let's keep it at that. What does this do? Parks. We're fine. 99 reputation gives you pretty much the same as 100. In fact, it might give you slightly more. I saw the formula. It's essentially the same as having 100. So unfortunately, I had to spend there, but I didn't want the insurgents from spawning. 27k, 27.6. Yeah, slightly faster than I did before. So yeah, well, what to say? The can I go back to seeing the game? No, I can't see the map, can I? Essentially, what you need to do is keep the insurgents in the west part of the map and build a garrison sort of line here. Make sure you stabilize these zones as fast as possible, especially when the stabilization spree comes up. Listen to what the citizens are telling you, but usually it's going to be telecoms, it's going to be electricity, and it's going to be especially healthcare in the early parts of the game. Pause the game if you need to make some big spends. Make sure you don't get too many random initiatives being spent to you, because that will unnecessarily increase your corruption and your inflation, especially if the initiatives that you're getting are not conducive sort of to you winning the game. What else to say? Nothing else really. Please leave me a like and a comment if you agree or disagree with what I've been saying. If you like this format, I hope that I didn't cover my microphone with my mouth too much, or with my hand too much. Yeah, share it with your friend who is unable to beat this level. If although this one wasn't too difficult with respect to sort of last week's and some other weeks before. Thank you very much, and goodbye.